Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we welcome you back to John R. Nelson Gymnasium for the 2014 Boys Basketball Sectional Championship between the Dragons of Argus High School and the Cavaliers of Culver Community. Starting lineups, first for Culver. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 4, Everett Kruger. A 5'6" senior, number 10, Jordan Sanders. The man in the middle, a 6'4" senior, number 23, Dakota Anderson. At forward, a 6'1" junior, number 20, Preston Hansel. And at forward, a 6'4" senior, number 21, Trent Elliott. And now,
high school hoops. And the control will be taken by the Argus Dragons. They're going to be the home team on the scoreboard, decked out in their home whites with black and gold trimming. Culver in their black uniforms with orange and white trimming. Argus running the offense, and Ogle just saved an errant pass along the near side, and now he's looking to set it up. Ogle trying to find Johnson on the inside. Ogle's now going to penetrate the lane. Got blocked by Anderson. Recovered, though, by Johnson on the deflection. Johnson up strong. Swatted away by Elliott.
Yeah, we got no score.
Need some pump fakes when you're down there.
Yeah, that's that adrenaline right now.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the inlet, and it's going to be grabbed by Dominic Cataldo. Cataldo came into the postseason averaging 10 points a game. He's at the top, picked up by Kruger, stops on a dime, gives it over to Ogle on the right wing side. Taylor, a 5'9" senior, averaging 10 of himself per game. Cataldo looking, will get it to the top. There's Ogle, a long three from Monterey. He shoots and scores.
Yeah, that's that adrenaline, Tony. He was a step in front of the volleyball line, and right now, early in the game, those are easy to shoot.
So, Triton, or I should say Culver, will have control here. Elliott will get it over to Kruger. To the far wing side, Elliott. Elliott back to the top, Kruger. Kruger on a pass fake. Looking, still looking, gets it into Dakota Anderson against a double team, leaned in and scored. Dakota Anderson, coming off a 16-point night last night, is on the board for Culver, 3-2.
That was a very crisp pass, and Anderson went up over 2 defenders to get that shot in.
That's very good strength by Anderson down low.
Snyder to the near side, Ogle. Ogle guarded up by Sanders. Ogle, that's going to be a fun matchup tonight to watch. Leading to Johnson at the volleyball line, leans in, banks it home. Johnson scores, and the Dragons lead by 2.
They let him bobble. I called a bobble ball, so no walk there.
Elliott will bring it across the timeline for the Cavaliers. The winner of this one will go to the Triton Regionals to play the 10:30 game next week. The lead deflected, stolen away by Johnson. Right now the Dragons, they're wanting it. Ogle will bring it across the timeline. Screened off the play. Right elbow jumper. No good. And the rebound taken by Elliott. Elliott's going to push it up the court. He'll look to slow it down. Wants to drive in. Cannot. Gets it off to Sanders. To the top, it's Anderson. Dakota. Looking, still looking. And now we'll hand it to Elliott.
That was a walk.
To the elbow. Back up to Anderson. Anderson will give to Sanders.
But Sanders. The referees are having some issues, too.
And they are Mike Wollington, Jim Newbern, and Rob Couch. Top of the key, Hansel. Over to Elliott on the right wing side. Now to the top, Anderson again. Gets to the left side. Darts in. Flipped it off to the baseline. Kruger. And from 13 he hits.
Yeah, nice shot by Kruger. Good control by Anderson. Penetrated the left side. Little dump off pass to the left baseline. And Kruger knocks that shot in.
If there's been one aspect of Culver's game this season on the offensive side of things, it's been their shooting percentage, coming in to the championship game at 49%. Now Argus on the offense, and Johnson has the basketball. Stay strong with it, Elliott. Now he's going to take on Elliott. Spin move, lean in. Rejected by Elliott. No, Trent gets called for the foul. That was a good mono. Snyder told me off the air, and he knocks down the free throw here. Johnson came in a 73% free throw shooter. 6-4 Dragons here in the first frame. Second free throw, Johnson has it go out, and a rebound taken by Trent Elliott. And the Cavaliers will push it up court. Sanders will be picked up by Ogle right at the timeline. Zipped it off to the right side of Hansel. Finds his cutter. Sanders broken up by Ogle, but regained by Sanders, and he threw it off Ogle. Good heads-up play. Sanders needs the inbound right to the basket. Can he beat the 5-second clock? Yes, it's to Elliott. One-on-one with Snyder. Elliott pulls up over him. Couldn't get the roll. Tip grab by Hansel. Up strong. He scored. Wow. And ties the game.
Quick to the basket. Those are one of those little hustle plays that Culver does so well. Nice play by Hansel.
6-6 your score. Ogle will bring the ball across the timeline. Eludes the 10-second count. Ogle will give it to Johnson still looking. Cataldo cannot get open. Hansel is on him. Now they got the one-on-one for Cataldo. He'll have to pull it out. Johnson stopped them. Ogle to Snyder. Now to Cataldo on the left wing side. Cataldo will get it to the inlet. Johnson goes to his left. Volleyball line hook. No good. Rebound. Elliott had to go off him. No, he didn't. That went off to Argus.
Yeah, Johnson is getting position pretty much anywhere he wants it right now. And Culver's going to have to do something to counteract that, because if he keeps catching that ball in the paint below the volleyball line, easy as he wants.
Kruger to the far side, Sanders. Now to Elliott at the right post. Goes in for the leaner. No foul. Rebound. Grab by Hansel again. Kicked out Elliott. Here comes a three by Trent. It's too long. Chases down his miss. Goes up for the lift. Spins it in. And it's 8-6 Culver.
Yeah, good hustle by Culver. Argus not boxing out. Gives Culver 2 or 3 extra possessions.
That was the exact words coming from Coach Snyder's mouth after you just said that. It'll be Ogle with the basketball. Across the timeline, Sanders marking him. And this early start, I hope it's going to be like this for 4 quarters. Snyder to Johnson, right side, Cataldo. Cataldo one-on-one. Can't use a pick as he went the other way. Goes for the layup, and he goes to roll. No, it stayed out. And the foul will go on Cole. Foul. And the free throw by Cataldo will go down. Cataldo comes in a 71% free throw shooter in the postseason. Or all season long, rather, not just the postseason. I'll get it straight. Long drive from Terre Haute, boys. Sorry. And the second free throw is in and out. The rebound taken by Sanders. It'll be Culver with a 1-point lead at 8-7, and now the basketball. Sanders skipped over. Kruger grabs, and now he'll bring it toward the middle. Got it over to Elliott. Elliott sees it opening, shoots over. Johnson missed it. Rebound, Jakota. Up strong, too hard. Got fouled.
Timeout.
Well, the 6'4 senior is going to miss the free throw for the Cavaliers. Anderson came in 68% from the charity stripe. He's a right-handed shooter and offers number 2 and knocks this one down. It's a 9-7 affair. Culver with the lead down to 2:15 and counting in the first.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see the first defensive change. Right now, both teams are strictly man-to-man. See which coach is going to roll the dice first and change up the defense.
Ogle will bring it across the timeline. Sanders marks him up. Ogle will go to the near wing, handled by Snyder. Popped up and stolen away by Kruger. Goes for the breakaway layup. They caught it from behind, and the foul will be on who? I think they'll give it to Cataldo.
Yeah. That was a hard foul.
And Kruger rolls the first one in.
Now, Tony, here's what you got going, too. For Culver, Hansel is all over Cataldo. He's face guarding him. It's almost like a box and one, even though they're man-to-man. And Cataldo's already frustrated because he hasn't had a look.
Second free throw goes down, and the Cavaliers lead it 11-7 with $1:55 and counting to go into first. Ogle has the basketball, and he will dribble it across the timeline. Ogle asking for some help on the swing around. Cataldo lobbed it and missed his mark looking for Johnson. So the errant pass.
7 Culver with 1:30 to go in the first quarter.
Sanders picked up by Ogle. Sanders now in the front court, right angle high, looking for a post up, nothing happening. So Hansel comes out for the touch, gives it back to Jordan. Jordan Sanders handling the offense. One of 6 seniors on this Cavalier team. The other one is Hansel. Actually, it's one of 3 seniors, I'm sorry. Argus has got the 6 seniors. Kruger now to Sanders, down to a minute 8. Sanders wants to dart in, right side, threw it wildly, and it's stolen away by Ogle. Argus 2-on-2, 3-on-2, and they dish it back out to Snyder. Looking for Ogle, to Cataldo. Cataldo on the right side.
Yeah.
He can't pull the trigger, and it's to Snyder again. Right side, Ogle. Down low in the post up. Spin move by the big man, and unable to get it to roll in was Ben Carter. Rolled all the way around the rim and out. Score stays 11-7 until Trent Elliott has the ball in his hands. Now to Sanders, to the cutter Hansel, and he gets fouled.
Wow.
And Ogle is the one who will get caught for the foul. It'll be an inbound right of the basket for the Cavaliers. Everett Graham into the game. And it's kicked to Elliott for 3 as he knocks it down for the top. 13-7 Cavaliers. Argus falling behind here. They'll give it a 2, they say, as his foot was on the line. So 13-7 with 17 seconds left to go here in the first. Ogle looks at the clock to 10. Ogle 8. Ogle 6. Now into the hands of Johnson, backdoored it to Carter, and it overshoots him for a turnover by the Dragons with 3.4 seconds. Hansel grabs the inlet from half court, flings it up, and brings it off the front of the rim and out. Through the first quarter of play here at Culver High. It's our SportsToTheMax.net game of the week. The Class 1A Culver. Play resumes as the second quarter begins. Culver basketball and a 6-point lead.
In a zone.
That's the Dragons defense.
2-3 zone.
Kruger with a pass fake, kept it across from the left elbow. A jumper by Elliott, no good. And Ogle comes away with a miss. He'll get it across the timeline in a hurry. One hop to Cataldo. Culver drops into a 2-3 zone, so Cataldo attacks with a free throw line jumper and missed it. Rebound Johnson to keep it alive. Now back out to Snyder. Snyder wants to attack right side, uses a screen, baseline jumper, airmail. And the rebound taken by Anderson, and here comes Culver with a chance to tack on to their 6-point advantage. Elliott shot blocked by Carter, and that prevented it from going in, but Hansel gets a loose ball back and fouled from behind by Carter. You have a chance to make a difference as he knocks down the first free throw.
And the reason he gets those boards, he gets up off the floor so fast. That was the second rebound attempt that he gets, but he's so fast up off the floor.
Throw by Hansel, and that's good as well. And the Cavaliers now open up their lead to 8, 15-7.
Argus early on, Tony, in the first quarter was having success inside, going to Johnson, and then like they've done during the previous game, they just get away from that. So let's see if they go back and try to go inside to Johnson.
Ogle one-on-one with Graham. It's in the front court as the Dragons try to get some kind of offense here. Norris, who just checked into the game, give it to Johnson. Now to Snyder. Snyder in the right angle high. Looking for a cutter, and it doesn't happen, but it works over to the near side to Johnson. One-on-one with Anderson. Goes up strong, and he got swatted out of bounds. Elliott gets partial credit for that block.
Yeah, here again, I'm watching Hansel.
It'll be Ogle to outlet high, grabbed by Snyder. Snyder still looking, wants to drive in, instead posted it down low to Johnson. Johnson needs someone to outlet, gets it to Ogle in the corner, back down low to Johnson. Lowers, goes up strong, and got fouled.
Yeah.
Came across his arm that time. That's Anderson trying.
Goes to the line now for his efforts, and that one will not go.
Yeah, normally he's a 73% free throw shooter, and right now both teams struggling a little bit from the line.
As a team, this Dragon squad shooting 65%. Knocks that one down, and it's back to a 7-point difference, 15-8. Approaching the 2-minute mark into the second quarter. Culver with the basketball in the lead for now. Kruger skipped it across. Graham takes it to the short post Anderson. Back out to Graham. Skips it all the way to the near corner. Kruger steps up for a 15-footer. Bingo.
Yeah, you got your role players right now. Kruger and Hansel playing real well for Culver, making a big difference in this game.
And Coach Snyder calls a timeout. 6:03 left to go in the second. 17-8 Culver. This is our game of the week on Sports to the Max. Hands still looking, flashing out. Top of the key, Johnson. We'll get it over to Snyder. Snyder on the right angle, high, guarded by Kruger. Snyder will give it to Cataldo. Cataldo over to Ogle. Ogle still looking, and popping out is Norris. Way out of his region. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson looking, now to Snyder. Snyder looking, will go back to Ogle. Shot fake three, wants to dribble penetrate. Free throw line jumper, it's no good. Good rebound by Anderson, he goes down. Passes it off though to Trent Elliott. Trent stopped by Cataldo momentarily, then Trent takes him on. Looks to dish to the wing. Kruger's open. The three is up. Bingo! Another big hit by Kruger. The 5'11 sophomore stepping up.
Yeah, that's Trent Elliott been very unselfish, and right now the role players playing great for Culver.
9 points for Kruger already. They've been looking for someone to step up to help out Trent, to help out Dakota. It looks like it's going to be Everett Kruger tonight.
I know 2 have been from the outside. Have all 3, Scott, been from the outside?
No, just 1 from the outside and a
One?
couple
Okay.
from the free throw line and a couple of field goals.
Anderson gets a steal for Culver. Goes for the layup. He gets fouled.
Yeah, Culver playing on all cylinders right now. Argus, Tony, with
Free
Norris
throw
in
by
the-
Dakota will go off to the right and out. So he has struggled from the line here.
I was just going to say, there's one part of Dakota's game I don't really like. It's the free throw shooting.
That free throw will go down, however, and now it's a 21-8 Culver lead with 4:38 to go in the second.
Yeah, Argus needs to find something to go to here on defense. Or offense, I'm sorry.
Ogle gets the play call. On the right wing side, it's Snyder. Snyder darts into the lane. Stays patient, goes in for the shot. Ripped away by Kruger, gets the steal, and then he's fouled by Snyder in frustration.
Goodness. On the ball and playing good defense. And you know what? That's a sign of a really good team player. He's not pressing. He's not trying to get any points. He's just in the flow of the game.
Kruger will bring the ball across the timeline. Get it over to Standers on the left wing side. Handled now by Kruger in the corner. To the cutter in. Elliott left block jumper at the side of the backboard.
He's all over him.
And Anderson is fouled on the floor. Anderson at the line. Hits the first one.
That's 2 in a row, Scott.
Yeah.
The reverse jinx has been put on.
There you go. Second free throw coming. That's good as well. 23-8. Culver with the lead. Ogle will bring the ball up the court.
Yeah, the other thing is this slow-paced game, which I thought would favor Argus, really isn't. Culver's able to man up and match up everywhere all over the floor.
Cataldo, right elbow, spins into the lane. Can't dish it off until now. Ogle, though, can't go anywhere either. Ogle looking for some help. Ogle goes right baseline, straddles the baseline, will keep the dribble near to the free throw line. He did a complete comma. Worked over to Cataldo with 3. He buried it. Dominic Cataldo, big hit.
And Hansel just a little upset with himself. He gave him a couple feet because he was so far out, but it gave him a shot, and he was very disappointed he even got that shot off.
Kruger with a basketball, left angle high. We'll get it into Elliott. Elliott on the crossover, pull-up jumper. 3 on the way, good!
Yeah, he is so good with that little crossover pull-up. You can't really get a hand in his face because he jumps over the defense, and he creates space off the dribble.
Trent Elliott with another bucket. 26-11, Culver. Here's Ogle trying to dart in, stop. Cataldo now with the ball in his hands. Goes against Hansel, baseline floater, score and a foul! Cataldo did a great job, just took on Hansel, trying to get him in foul trouble, and well, that's one way to do it.
Well, that might be what he has to do.
Cataldo able to hit the free throw, and now it's 26-14.
Hey, when they hired her, they told her it'd be bonus pay.
Sanders has the ball for the Cavaliers. A 26-14 lead for them. Kruger with a runner off the glass and in.
That's 11 points for Kruger tonight. And Coach Elliott's just got to be pleased he's playing as well as he is right now.
Yeah, he is just really going. Now Yeah, trying to match up again.
Taylor Ogle, the 5'9 senior.
2-3 zone for Culver, Tony. Sorry.
Cataldo on the right wing side. Now to Snyder. Snyder stepping in. Gets met up now by Graham's defense on the 2-3. Down low to Johnston. Spin move. Trying to get on Anderson. Couldn't spin it in. It's stayed out.
Wow.
Anderson grabs the miss.
Going to get fouled.
And he's going to grab Elliott. Elliott now on the run. Elliott sees a lane. Kick to the wing. Kruger open for three.
Back
Oh
my God.
From the right corner, he banked in a three.
Wow.
Culver leads 31-14. A minute 41 to go here in this. I drink Smile Coke. 31-14 your score. Minute 41 left in the first half. Culver leads.
I don't know about you, Mark, but I heard Everett yell glass when he shot that one.
I don't know. He's only a step off the baseline towards the half-court line, about a 5-degree angle, and
Wow.
he caught glass. And you know what? Close your eyes next time, son. Everything's going in.
Yep.
He was old enough to play the lottery.
Yeah.
Snyder from the top is going to see the lane. Darts in, couldn't bank it home. Rebound Anderson. Outlet, pretty
Look out,
one.
bounce
Elliott.
pass.
Long to the ball on the Kruger. He scored. Threading the needle with that three-quarter court pass was Elliott. Wow.
Could see that one coming from here, man. That was a great pass, and Elliott's probably got 6 assists.
Yeah.
Right now, Argus is about ready to get blown out, even though they're down night double dribble.
Snyder gets called for the double dribble indeed. And now with
They lead at
58.6 seconds left, Sanders has the basketball. Culver has a chance to attack as he will bring it across the timeline.
Get over.
Yeah.
Sanders goes to the near wing to Elliott. Short corner. Anderson to Kruger. Graham to Kruger.
Oh,
Sanders
this
in the
goes.
corner for three.
Oh, goodness. This is
Sanders hits the three from the far corner. 36-14 Culver. And listen to the Culver fans here in this gymnasium. Talk about your home cooking. Right now they got a stew going. 22 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Argus with the basketball, trailing 36-14. Ogle to Cataldo. Cataldo looking. He stopped in his tracks again. Now a three by Snyder. Off the rim, no good. Sanders grabs it with 2 seconds. He dribbled too long, still got the shot off. Almost baked it in.
I was going to say, if that one goes,
Well,
this place is going up for grabs.
It is. That's a song from Iron Man.
Here we go.
Because you're my Iron Man, Tony.
Oh, man, look at him.
Long day.
Look at his eyes. They are droopy.
Across the line, it's Ogle. As Argus runs the offense, they are now shooting to the goal to our right, which is the north end. Carter will get it to Snyder. Snyder still looking. Now to Carter, top of the key. Cataldo now with the ball in his hand. Preston Hansel's got a plug in his nose to stop that bleeding because he took one in the schnoz in the second quarter. Oh, beautiful jumper by Ogle from the right elbow. And the Dragons get on the board first to start the third quarter.
Yeah, and they got a full court pressure of the ball right now, picking up about 3/4, trying to go to Elliott.
Elliott double team down low. Still looking, and his pass stolen away by Cataldo. Cataldo forgot the ball.
Double dribble.
Got away with it and still managed to lay it in.
All right.
So Cataldo scores 2 quick ones for the Dragons, who now trail 36-18.
Yeah, you got to match their energy right now. Argus is coming out with a lot of energy, going to Elliott to handle the ball.
Elliott has the ball in his hands. Trent still looking.
Timeout.
And whistle sounds, and a timeout is called indeed by Coach Elliott of the Cavaliers. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there with June Beam in Walkerton. Play on their way. Culver has the basketball, shooting to the goal to our left, which is the south end. Hansel with the ball, top of the key. Works it over to Sanders. Sanders, not a Hansel. Over to Elliott, top. Elliott wants to dart in, spins into the lane, shoots it over, and Carter. And that was way short. Cataldo grabs the loose ball. Argus with a chance to cut into the deficit again. They're on a 4-0 run right now. They're looking to make it 6. Snyder on the left wing side. Got it inside to Johnson. Turns, goes up hard against Anderson, who blocked him still. And it comes loose to Kruger. Cavaliers want to push the ball up the court. Kruger spins away, lost the ball, goes down on the ball. No travel call.
Maybe Argus is
and a
Culver
timeout.
Real easy, and Culver needs to get a good look here to calm down a little bit. Still with an 18-point lead, but Argus is coming back as hard as they can right now.
Kruger with the ball in his hands in the left corner. Now to Elliott, left angle for high for 3, off the mark. Ogle grabs the miss. Here come the Dragons once more. Ogle to the top, Cataldo. Cataldo looking to add to this 4-0 run. Carter to Cataldo. Top of the key, Ogle. Stutter step, left block jumper. No good rebound. Carter, tip in, score! And the foul! Meanwhile, Ben Carter's got some big free throws here for the Dragons. And he missed it. The rebound, Dakota Anderson. Now Elliott brings it across the timeline right side. Elliott still looking. Elliott with a stutter step, goes in, double team, got away with a walk to the corner. Kruger, he's stopped on his jump shot attempt. Back out to the perimeter. Anderson, top of the key. Anderson, stutter steps, goes in left side, shot blocked, rebound taken by the Dragons. Norris pulls through two Cavalier defenders. Now to Cataldo. No, look to Carter! Blocked by Anderson. No, a foul gets called.
All right. Argus is really attacking the basket now, picking up some fouls on the inside guys for Culver. Carter back at the line for two after a nice follow-in tip-in last time.
5956, or like them on Facebook, or you can visit their webpage, institches.com. In Stitches with a Z.
Pat's in La Paz has been in business for over 50 years. Now, under new ownership, Pat's features a non-smoking family dining area with a separate Old Town bar area to watch all types of sporting events on the new 55-inch flat-screen TV, and offers a full menu of great food, spirits, and appetizers prepared by their new chef. Stop by with your family or friends. Easy to find just off US 31 in La Paz. Parking in the back.
A 22-point lead has evaporated for Culver. It's now down to 3. They lead at 39-36 going into this fourth.
I haven't seen anything like this in a long time, Tony. What a great game. Carter
hits it right at the free throw line, and now the Dragons trail by 1 at 39-38.
Well, got Elliott back in the game, but he's playing with 4, and Anderson's got 3 fouls, so have to watch how the foul situation goes.
On the right wing side, and on the basketball, this is Kruger. Now to Anderson. We apologize for the technical difficulty. The internet bumped us off here at Culver. Now, with this being a streamed game, the internet's kind of important to us.
Yes, it is.
Kruger on the right wing side, trying to elude the defensive Snyder. Down low, hard to Hansel, blocked by Carter. Foul called.
Johnson got on. Argus is able to knock both free throws down. 41-38. They're hanging on.
So the Cavaliers up top, 41-38. Minute gone by in the fourth. Ogle with the basketball.
Yeah, Culver's going 2-3 zone, and they've got Elliott out front to hopefully avoid some fouls.
Snyder to Ogle. Down goes Johnson underneath as he's battling with Kruger. Here's Snyder in the corner, open for 3. He buried it for the Dragons. We're tied at 41.
3 in a row for Snyder. He's stepping up in place of Kruger for Argus right now and carrying his team to a 41 all tie.
Hansel to Kruger. Cavalier ball.
Oh, he had it.
At the top, it's Elliott. Elliott still looking to the right side. Sanders picked up by Ogle. This is for the lead. Sanders fouls him. Oh, no, they call Ogle for the offensive foul.
Oh, my goodness.
Snyder.
Yeah, that was
Ogle, I should say.
Yeah, that was going to be a 1-and-1 attempt there. But, all right, let's just see what happens on this possession.
41-41, Cavs with a chance to take the lead.
Well, let's not lose the fact that was Ogle's 4th foul.
Right.
That's a huge thing right there. Lob.
It's Elliott. He lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, that was started in the first half, and right now that pass, a little too high, was going to be that highlight dunk you called, Scott, but just couldn't quite handle it. What a game. 41 all, 5:50 to go.
Ogle with the basketball. Gives it over to Cataldo, and Coach Snyder content to maybe slow this down a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good call.
41,
yeah,
if
that was on Elliott, holy smokes.
Yeah, he had his hands all over him on the
shot.
shot.
Darts in for the layup too hard. He ripped it, got it back, and a
matchup you want.
over the back
Elliott play defense, and Carter just a little too aggressive. That's his 3rd foul.
Team 6, Cavalier ball, and tied at 41. This is the second possession in a tie ball game here for the Cavaliers. Kruger puts it on the floor, dribbles it back outside of the arc.
Oh.
Bad pass. Cataldo almost got the steal. Sanders comes through and almost did a great job saving it. It ends up going out of bounds off Sanders, who's Superman, way bucket.
Well, Culver's really struggling now offensively, Scott. They've only got how many points in this? Only 5 points.
5 points
in this second half.
Here's Ogle, down low to Carter, left block, backs up on Anderson, easy score, and a travel by Carter.
Put up, which is a travel.
41-41, under 5 to go in the game.
A little bit of nerves going here on both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Rightly so, though.
Hansel, left angle high to Elliott, top of the key. He's going to try to get by Cataldo with a spin move, floater, got it! Young man comes up with some big shots, doesn't he?
Yeah, just a reverse spin from right to left, right inside the free throw line with 2 men over him, especially 6'6" Carter, and you could tell he was going to knock that one down. He needed that bucket.
43-41 Cavaliers. Argus trailing now with the basketball. Into the corner, Cataldo, shot fake on the 3. We'll reverse it to the corner to Ogle. Ogle says, I'll bring it out. Nope, I want the 3. Way short. Popped up in the air, grabbed by Carter. Foul on the floor, and that's on
Anderson.
It's going to be on Anderson,
that's
I believe.
4th.
That's his 4th, yeah.
For grabbing. Here's a 6'6" senior.
The free throw is good. So the Cavaliers now have a 1-point lead, 43-42, and Carter with a chance to get a tie.
Possession game right now. Who's going to take care of the ball?
It's up and no good. And the rebound to Dakota. Jen Elliott. He's going to have to come up with another big shot, or someone will have to here for the Cavaliers. Try to figure out a way to gap the game. At this juncture, it's only a 1-point difference. 43-42, under 4 to go. With the basketball is Sanders. Looks over at his coach, which is
Better move.
right in front of us. Anderson to Dakota. Dakota Anderson.
Oh,
shot
nice.
fake, lean in, banked it home.
That was very athletic.
Dakota Anderson with a good answer for the Cavaliers. And now it's the Dragons' turn.
Well, he waited till he got that defender off his feet and then kind of just twisted his way in there.
Twizzle's a good word, man. He was twisted up.
Ogle. Now into the hands of Snyder. Cataldo with the touch. Back to Snyder. Dragons trailing by 3. Here's the lead down low to Johnson. Spin move left. Able to put it in. The muscle man gets the 2 for the Dragons, and that's a 1-point difference.
Anderson can only put his hands up. He can't be real physical with 4 fouls. Both he, Elliott, and somebody else, Ogle for Culver, have fouled.
Elliott stepped to the ball. It's loose on the
Jump
ground,
ball.
and a jump ball gets called. (45-44). Culver with the lead and inbound left of the basket.
Ooh.
Flipped out high. Anderson goes chasing to save it. Now Dakota with the ball, giving it to Elliott. Trent pops a 3. Got it!
That's his shot.
He pulled back and just fired it. Timeout, Culver. Cavaliers now lead it by 4. 48-44. Dragons have the basketball. Worked over left side. Snyder looking. Gets it to Cataldo. Reversed it back to Snyder. A long 3 up off the rim. Rebound battle for Elliott. Grabs it. Not a bit of rush shot right there.
Yeah, he's knocked his last 3 down, so he was feeling it, but with 2:20 to go, probably not the kid you want shooting it right now, but Culver with the ball, 4-point lead, under 2 minutes.
Elliott lost the ball. Cataldo got the deflection. Ogle to Cataldo. Shot fake, lean in, score! And now it's a 2-point difference at 48-46.
Yeah, that's Anderson having to be careful again. Nice defensive play by Cataldo to knock the ball away from Elliott. Big play.
Hansel with the ball into the corner. Cataldo goes to the seal. No. Lead down low. Hansel's pass deflected. We got a kick. 46.
1 possession game. What a game this has been.
Sanders right of the basket to inbound for the Cavaliers. Taken by Elliott. Darts into the lane. Got fouled. No call. Leans in. Right to roll. And he gets fouled.
Finally got a call. Tough shot again. 7 points in a row for Elliott. And here's the miss over the back.
And that will be an over back indeed. Johnson goes to the free throw line for the Dragons. Minute 36 remaining. Here's the free throw. Kaboom! 15-47 now. Argus trails by 3.
Can we play 6 quarters? This is fun. You might not want that, but what
I'm
a game.
enjoying this one.
What a game.
Free throw up. Oh, it rolls out. Now, this is a big possession here for Culver because they can make it a 2-possession game here if they make it. This is Elliott on the right side into the corner. Kruger been a little quiet here the last handful of minutes.
Yeah, they're paying attention to him after 16 first-half points.
Top of the key, Sanders guarded up by Ogle. Sanders dribbles in, out of control, flipped it up and still got it.
Over Carter, no less. He was off balance and just flung it up.
Got it over the
in.
tallest kid on the court. 52-47, Culver. Ogle left angle high. He's going to drive left baseline, pull-up jumper. No good on the rim. Rebound. 2 Dragons ran into one another, and Anderson just got called for his 5th. Ogle will get ready to fire it up. Got it. 52-48.
So what do you do now? Are you going to foul? You're going to play. I think you got to play defense for 10 or 15 seconds. If you can't get the ball, I think you have to foul.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, the clock is so precious.
Yeah, and right now, Elliott, you don't want to foul.
Ogle had it roll in. Timeout, Coach Snyder.
Wow.
So he'll make the decision. Finding a party, rent the equipment. 55 seconds left in the game. We've got Papa's in Culver. Serving the best pizza in Indiana since 1976, and by CenturyLink. Get high-speed internet. 3 years, 1 price, no contract. Call CenturyLink to find out more. All right, Cavaliers have to go the length of the court. Elliott will dribble it across the timeline. He's on the right wing side into the corner.
Get another foul.
Graham,
Yeah.
and Graham will get fouled.
Yeah, that's a good foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul somebody on the floor, Graham's the one to foul right now.
Graham averaging 2 points a game off the bench. Oh, it rolls out. Good box out by Johnson. Gets it for Argus. They need to get the ball across the timeline a little quicker than what they're doing.
Yeah.
And Ogle taking his
Wow.
time. Coach Snyder screaming, go! What is Ogle doing?
Yeah, you got to attack the basket here.
Cataldo to the near side, Snyder. To the corner, Ogle with 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Elliott chases it down. Nobody applying pressure, so he's just going to stand there.
Get over the line.
And finally gets fouled in the backcourt in the final 15 seconds.
Corner, but here's Elliott shooting 1 and 1.
Got the first one.
Yeah, that might be a little too much to overcome right now.
Yep.
And
Timeout Culver. We'll keep it here. 53-49, the Cavaliers have the lead. With 15 seconds left to go in this contest. Another teammate pulls back behind him. The free throw is good. 54-49 now. Argus has got 15 seconds to try to make this all up. Here's the lead to Ogle. Ogle across the timeline. Ogle now to Cataldo 10. Cataldo, they need to get a shot away. Snyder, the long 3 is way short. Air ball, and that's going to do it. 4.4 seconds left in this sectional championship. So looks to inbound, and the Labatale who caught it, he gets fouled with 2.8 seconds left. He'll knock that first one down.
That's number 17 on the evening for Elliott, shooting for 18 here.
yeah, he's got 10 all in the fourth quarter, and all 10 of those points, again, have come in the last 3.
Free throw good for Trent. And he is going to be part of a sectional title, and here comes the hugs for his dad.
That's cool.
Here's the inlet, and there's the final seconds. Game over. Culver advances.
Oh, boy.
And they flood the gymnasium court. The entire student body of Culver celebrates the win with this basketball squad,
Yeah,
who almost had this one get away from them.
Yep.
They blew a 22-point lead in the third quarter, at least a good chunk of it in the third quarter. Argus with a valiant effort, but it will go for naught, and they finished their season at 13-8. The Cavaliers are now 16-7 on the season. Coming up next, we'll have interviews with the players, the coaches, and more as our SportsToTheMax.net's post-game show begins right after this 2-minute timeout. Welcome back here to the friendly confines of Culver High School, at least for the winners, the sectional champions, the Culver Cavaliers, as the final score 56-49. What a nail-biter this one turned out to be, because it sure looked at halftime this was going to be a blowout.
Yeah, 36-14 lead for Culver at halftime. Argus is completely out of the game, not sure what's going to happen. Everything's going right for Culver. Everybody's scoring. Trent Elliott's just distributing the ball. They hit 55% in the first half on their field goal attempts. And then at the end of the halftime, beginning of the third quarter, Scott, Argus comes out and just mounts a furious comeback. They cut the lead. They tied the game, and maybe the biggest bucket of the game comes by Anderson right at the end of the third quarter. He knocks down a contested three to give them a little breathing room and keep the lead.
Right, and it might have got the momentum back in their favor. I mean, Argus fought that whole third quarter, scored 24 points in that third quarter to get back in the game and to eventually get near the lead. But that shot there, that twisting, I mean, that wasn't even a three-pointer where you squared it up or anything. I mean, he grabbed it and chucked it up there. And that just gave them a little bit of momentum, and they just carried it into the fourth quarter. And as they've done all sectional tournament long, a great team effort for Culver.
Yeah, another big key in that for the third quarter, first half was Argus could never get the lead. They tied the game, but they never got the lead, and that's a big mental thing in a game like this with high school kids. And we're going to go to Tony right now.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Coach Elliott, congratulations. Long time coming, buddy.
Oh, it was. It wasn't pretty either, but never say die. And we knew Argus wasn't either. We credit them and Coach Snyder. But I'll tell you, the perseverance of this group of kids to come back the way they did and being in foul trouble and whatever, adversity. And, boy, they found a way to get it done.
Okay, what happened in that third quarter? It was a lid. I didn't see a lid on the basket per se, but boy, I'll tell you, just weren't catching any breaks on the offensive side of things.
No, we were trying to attack and be aggressive and try to get ourselves to the free throw line. We thought, obviously on a few of them we might have had some contact there, came away with nothing, and I think it just got to become a mental problem. And the kids just compete, and found a way, like I say, to get it done.
Well, Coach, I tell you, it's been a lot of hard work and dedication and commitment by your kids all year long, and this being no different. It's nice to see the end result turn into the Cavs' favor.
Oh, it is. Like I say, I've been truly blessed here to work with these guys. They're great young men. They play hard. They do everything you ask. But more importantly, they're just good kids. They're good in our school corporation. They're good role models. These kids spend time, in the season working with our youth basketball league, and there's someone that these young kids can look up to for Culver basketball as role models. And like I say, that's even better than winning ball games. But boy, I'll tell you what, this championship sure does feel good.
Well, hey, you're not done. You get a chance to play another weekend, my friend. You ready? Let's go.
That's right. We're going to enjoy tonight, and we'll be calling for game film tomorrow. But we're going to enjoy tonight, that's for sure. And the student body did an outstanding job, and just so happy for our community as well, because they've supported us all season long. And, just a tribute to these kids for everything they've accomplished.
Now, let's put the father hat on. How good does this feel as a dad?
I can't even explain it. Tony, like I say, for this community to allow me to coach my son the way I have, it's just a blessing, like I said. And I think Trent's feeling the same way I am, I'm sure, right now. You just want to hug him to death, that's for sure. And but, obviously proud of them, but just proud of all the kids. You know what hard work they've done and what they put into this, and it's well-deserving.
Well deserved for a great family and the Elliott family as well. Congratulations, buddy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you next weekend.
All right, looking forward to it.
There he is, Coach Elliott. We're going to find some more players here. Guys, let's throw it back to you.
Yeah, here again, just to follow up as Culver holds off a furious Argus rally here in the fourth quarter to win 56-49. Culver had a 22-point lead at halftime, 36-14, and then Argus comes out and mounts a furious rally in the third quarter and holds Culver to only a three-point basket. And we'll go back to Tony right now.
All right, Preston Hansel, how's your nose, son? I noticed you don't got the plug up there anymore.
It's hurting. It's hurting real bad.
What happened on the play?
I was trying to play good D on Cataldo, and he gave me a nice little elbow. Yeah, right to the nose.
Well, this is the kind of game, though, you expected. You knew it was going to be physical game, considering the fact that it's a backyard brawl between you two.
Real physical. It's always a physical game with Argus.
All right, this team seems to be clicking on all 4 cylinders right now. How's this happening?
We're just, beginning of the season, we were moving the ball really well, and in the middle of the season, it's clicking as much, but now we're getting the movement, sharing the ball, and executing really good.
All right, now where does the grittiness come from? That's my question.
I don't know. I don't know.
It seems that you love the role.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I was talking with Coach Elliott, and he made the comment to me. He goes, there's one kid I talked to tonight that I really needed to have a good game out of. Talk about that conversation here real quick.
Yeah, he just told me I need to come out and use my athletic ability, play defense like I can, and the past couple games I've been using it, but, yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Enjoy this moment.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Guys, I tell you, he's one of the reasons why it has happened, to this point. We've talked about it time and time again. His grittiness has made a difference.
Yeah, had 6 points on the night, but more importantly, he played great defense most of the game on Dominic Cataldo. And I don't know how your nose gets called for a foul, but that's what happened there in that second quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it is either. But, he does those little things that we talk about. It's all those hustle plays. But we're going to go back to Tony. Tony's got another guest. Tony.
All right. Tony Ross back here courtside, and, I got a guy who I saw last night put up a 40 spot in the ball game, and then tonight probably being about as selfless as one could be, because that was the role that you had to play tonight. Trent Elliott, I tell you, us three marveled at your performance. This might have been one of your better performances tonight, as even compared to the 40-point night that you had yesterday. Talk a little bit about that and why that role had to be so different.
Well, we knew going into the game that they were going to shut me down. I mean, they knew that in their minds, they thought if they could stop me down, then, they had a chance at winning. And credit them, they did. I mean, they held me, I'm not sure to what, but it was low. But, we knew going into the morning practice, every set that we ran, we said, Trent, what's your second and third option if that hole's not there? And he said, you got Everett in the corner, you got Jacoda on the other block, and he just ran us through every single option that I have when they do collapse in. So that's just well coaching and great preparation.
Tony, ask him how much fun that first half was with his teammates scoring.
And how much fun was that for you to watch your teammates put the ball through the hoop?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, words can't even explain this feeling right now. And every single shot, Everett Kruger, Jacoda Anderson, Preston Hansel, every single one of them contributed. It was just an amazing feeling.
I told your coach about pound for pound athlete-wise, I think you guys could stack up against probably about anybody that's on your road to state. Talk a little bit about that. It's just a matter of you guys playing 4 complete quarters. You almost lost this one, though, in that third quarter. What was going on in that quarter, man?
We honestly, I'm not going to lie, I got a little selfish with the ball and not dishing it like I was supposed to. And that got me into trouble, got me turnovers, and I got some offensive fouls, and we just weren't clicking. And then coach kind of, once I got that 4th foul, he set me down and said, Trent, look at the scoreboard, and said, look what you need to do and get your team going. And so we got it going.
All right, man, we'll see you next weekend.
All right, thank you very much.
There he is, Trent Elliott. Guys, I tell you, that's a leader. That's a leader. You get those comments from that young man.
Yeah.
That's a leader.
Yeah, when you realize the mistakes you're making, and then coach/dad reminds you as you sit on the bench with 4 fouls, that'll get your attention. And Tony, he came back in that 4th quarter and pretty much took the game over in the last 3 minutes, scoring, I think, 10 or 11 of his 18 points on the game in the last 3 minutes to ice the game.
Yeah, it was 11 in the 4th quarter, and he said he's a leader, but you can watch him go for 40 points one night, and then the next night he goes for 18. But I bet you, I'm almost positive if we looked at those final statistics, I think he had double-digit assists tonight.
He had to be close to that.
Close.
He had a bunch in the first half. I know that. Tony's trying to get into Anderson here. Here we go. Get back to Tony.
All right. We're Jacoda right now just getting swarmed by all his classmates, but right now he needs to talk to the media, brother, because we gotta talk about your performance in this sectional. Scott, Mark, and I were just kind of watching you as the games progressed. I want you to talk about your progression as the season has gone on. Where have you felt that you've become very strong at?
Down inside. down, you know what I mean? Just help my teammates, open it up for Trent, a little bit. And that's really it, really. I don't know.
Tonight was one of those kind of nights that everybody had to play a role in the win. It's now becoming a theme for you guys at the right time of the season, isn't it? Talk about how this is all working out.
Ball movement, playing as a team, as a unit, and getting the job done at the end of the day.
I tell you what's also fun to watch is your ability to really have good body control when you're going after a rebound. The athleticism you possess is a lot of fun to watch. So I got to admit, do you think about things as the ball's coming down, or what you have something that you're wanting to be doing when you're going after a ball?
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't really hear you there.
I asked you if there was something when you're going in for your reboundings that you try to do positionally to get yourself ready to get the rebound.
We try to get the box out, and if I get positioned first, I got them beat, and then it's over.
All right, buddy, go enjoy cutting the net. Go enjoy cutting the net, buddy.
Thank you.
It's got to be hard out there to hear, Tony.
It is. It's hard to hear. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah,
sure.
I still go back to that three-pointer at the end of the third quarter for him was enormous to keep the lead going for him. So
in the twizzle move.
The twizzle move, yeah. This is fun to watch. Culver hasn't been out on their home court for a long time. I think most of these people have hung around. The Argus faithful are out here congratulating their team as they get ready to load the bus up. Fortunately, it's a very short ride home. I've been on some tough losses with long bus rides, and those are no fun.
No, those are about the worst.
But you know what? Argus kids should hold their heads high. What a great game. That's one of the better comebacks I've seen in a long time for a high school game.
All right, we got Tony Ross. He's got another guest.
Ever Kruger joins us here, and Ever, congratulations. I think Dad Patrick coined the term in Fuego. Tonight, you were on a roll. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh, I always want to come out with a big start in my games. Everybody plays a key role in my role. I come out with good starts, and I think that's just the start of my game. That was the highlight of my game right there.
Let's talk a little bit about your role. It has progressed for you as the season has gone on. Talk about that progression for you.
I've worked really hard in practice all the time. All the time I do. I worked on my shooting, my penetration, my shooting off the dribble. I've worked on everything, and I'm coming a long way this year, I think, in my opinion.
Well, I tell you, it's also the coach's opinion as well. Talk about the coaching staff.
Coaches, I love these. These are my coaches. My dad, his assistant coach, Coach Barrett, Coach Elliott, they're all my idols. I want to grow up to be just like them. I love them to death. I want to have any other coaches. I love them.
Are you ready to play another weekend?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to play another 4 weeks. All the way to state. All the way to state, baby.
Go get them. Enjoy cutting down that net, son. You deserve it.
Thank you.
All right. There's Kruger, and I'll tell you, it's great to talk and to hear these kids have that kind of goal and aspiration, especially when you come through a sectional like this.
Yeah, big first half for that young man. 16 points in the first half. Well exceeded his 10-point per game average, and he knocked down, I think he probably shot a good 80-90%, if not 100%, Scott, in the first half.
Right, and that's what's cool about that. You talk about teams like this. It's the role players. You don't have success unless you have role players that step up at key times during the ball game, and they were doing a good job of keeping Trent kind of quiet, keeping Chakota kind of quiet. So that young man stepped up, and I do believe he did knock down every shot he took in the first half.
Yeah, just a great half. So, all right, we've got Tony back here.
If there's one unsung hero on this coaching staff, it's Coach Barrett, because he has been through it. He has been through it all, and I'll tell you, this has got to be really rewarding for you.
Oh, absolutely. To know where it was, well, it's probably been 16 years now, and where the program was 0-49 when I came here, had the losing record for the state, and where this program has gone over the last 15 years is just amazing. It's a lot of credit to consistency in the coaching staff. With myself, I did it for 8 years, and Coach Elliott took over for me, and he's done it for 6-7 years, and it's a lot of consistency, which helps out. And honestly, a lot of it goes credit to Andy Thomas. When he came here, he brought a weight program in that just changed our athletics. And he's made the boys competitive in every sport. I believe we've now gone with baseball sectional champions. Our girls have been regional champions. Now basketball has won 2 championships. We've had 2 state titles in wrestling. I think that speaks for itself. Andy Thomas brought a great program in, and I think our kids have bought in and liked his feeling. So it's nice to turn the corner.
And I tell you, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this is one of the best young basketball minds we got in our area. That being stated, what's making this team click right now?
A lot of it's enthusiasm and energy. I thought we had about 5-6 games where we didn't have much enthusiasm or energy, and we were on the road a lot, and we didn't play very well. We barely beat a South Central team. We went to Caston and got beat at Caston, which we probably shouldn't have lost that one. Then all of a sudden we got home on senior night. And I think the seniors finally said, hey, let's get this job done. And all of a sudden they just picked up their play and played really 2.5 good games. I thought the first half of this game will counter half. Second half, I don't know if I could say it was good, but bottom line, they got the job done
The
for the
ending
sectional
was all
championship
right.
and couldn't be proud of three young men.
You know, Coach, talk a little bit about that third quarter. What was going on there?
I guess from my perspective, I thought in the first half we shared the ball excellent, moved the basketball, and got open looks. I think in the second half we got a little selfish maybe, didn't really move the ball much. They obviously picked up their intensity level, and it looked like we were playing not to lose, besides winning the basketball game. And that's what we try to preach at halftime. Come out full throttle, and let's open this thing even more. And I think we got a little passive, a little scared, and then the fourth quarter, it's like, we better get this done. And our boys refocused and end up stepping up down the stretch and winning the basketball game.
Coach B, always a pleasure, buddy. Congratulations. You deserve this, too.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
There he is, Coach Barrett, joining us here. And tell you what, guys, it's nice to see a program that's taken its hits over the many years.
Sure. Yeah.
Get rewarded for efforts like this. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some numbers here real quick and wrap it up here from the friendly confines of the John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Again, your final score, 56-49. The Cavaliers are sectional champions for only the third time in this program, but couldn't come at a better time. We're back after this.
Threes are wild at the Plymouth Ponderosa. Each day that involves the number 3, 3rd, 13th, 23rd. Come to Ponderosa, order your meal, reach in our pail of discounts, and receive the value off your meal immediately. Now at Ponderosa, enjoy a meal and add 99-cent petite sirloin. Come and celebrate 30 years in Plymouth with us at the Plymouth Ponderosa on North Michigan Street, where the threes are wild.
DC Garage Doors and Entry in Plymouth has grown tremendously from when they first started. Still the largest overhead door company in northern Indiana, the Plymouth location is now under new ownership. Jim Brown promises to continue the finest quality service to their customers, which extends to all the surrounding counties. It's a fully insured company with qualified service technicians. For free estimates and 24-hour emergency service, call DC Garage Doors and Entry in Plymouth at 936-7902. And ask for Jim.
Welcome back. SportsToTheMax.net's coverage of the post-game celebration here at Culver. They hold off the Argus Dragons by a final score of 56-49. Coach Elliott, the final guy to cut the net down, and he does so with a lot of enthusiasm. And I tell you, that's what this coaching staff is about. They're a team that can run off emotion, and especially the guy who we just talked to a little bit ago is right next to us wearing number 21, and Trent Elliott. When he gets going, everybody just kind of catches on fire, and I think maybe tonight Everett Kruger found out just what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, those 16 points in the first half were huge, and everything was going right. And I think one thing, Tony, that'll go unnoticed in one of your interviews there was your last interview was talking about weight training. And the weight training that's been implemented here at Culver, a lot of schools are putting that in now, and it makes a huge difference. Some people don't think weights make a difference at all, but the coach right there just hit the nail on the head. Huge difference with weight training, with success of your athletes, and a lot of credit goes to the Culver Athletic Department for implementing that. And, obviously the kids have bought into it because they're having a lot of success with that.
Yeah, I agree completely, and it's nice that they, mention Andy Thomas, because he is the guy that brought it here. If he didn't come here with those thoughts that, why not us? We can come in here, we can get a weight program going and stuff like that. And once, you get people that believe in you like that, bang, you start having some really good successes in not only basketball, but like he said, wrestling, and, they've done some nice things in football, things like that. So, in fact, we're going to get to talk to Andy right now.
Andy joins us here in the postgame. And, Coach, you wear double hats, obviously. One as an athletic director, but also as a head coach in football. And Coach Barrett made a wonderful observation, and Mark really followed with it as well. When you came here as athletic director, you installed the weight program in Culver, and it has made a huge difference. Talk a little bit about that and the background behind why you wanted to incorporate the weight systems.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to be an AD was just to see if we could go somewhere and incorporate a system where we had athletes in all sports in a unified strength and agility program, and had common expectations, high expectations for in-season and out-of-season attendance and at workouts by players, and we've done that here. Get great support from the administration for the most part, and we had a group of seniors that actually was a group that won the basketball sectional last time. We won it in 2008. We got the program going in the summer of 2007. A bunch of guys just jumped in full steam. And our kids now, they don't know any better. And they work like dogs all year round. They work in the summer real hard. I got 5 of the 6 top guys in weights class, maybe even 6 of them, all 6 guys on our basketball team this year in weights class. And we work hard in there. They know that they're not going to get any breaks just because it's basketball season. They get after it and take pride in it, and it's been a great thing. Our kids believe in it, and we're really proud of them for it.
Well, it's a pure compliment when you got the coaching staff saying on air and giving credit to the athletic director that he understood what needed to be done to change the face of the program and send it in the right direction. That is not an easy thing to do. That is definitely not an easy thing to do, because you got to change more than just the kids' minds. It's even the parents' minds, the administration's mind. It was pretty big hill to climb, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, actually, it was more so with the parents.
Yeah.
The kids jumped in right away, and fortunately, with Brett and Kyle and Albert. Tony, you and I have talked about this before on Saturday mornings. We have, at any time in the summer, you might see our baseball coach, our track coach, our wrestling coach, boys and girls basketball, all might be in the weight room all at the same time. So, and that sends a pretty powerful message to our kids and the importance of it.
Yeah, I think, the girls even buy into it, and I think that makes a big difference. Had a daughter and 2 sons go through it at Plymouth. They just loved it, and it's a bonding thing for the entire program. It gets other teams to support other teams. Kids get to know each other, and it's real easy to get up in the morning at 6 o'clock and come in and lift weights when you know everybody else is going to be there.
Exactly. When all kids, they feel like they're in it together, and they know that we're making them better athletes.
Consistency is always important in every program, and I know, Andy, you and I have had this conversation before. But Coach Barrett, sticking with it in this basketball program, I think is probably one of the biggest keys on why this program is in the right direction the way it is. Would you agree on that?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Brett and Kyle, Tom Kruger, they are awesome. I would love for anybody from the outside to be able to spend a few minutes in our gym after school and see their practices. And there are times when our kids are coming out of the weight room. Last period, they go into basketball practice, and our coaches are getting after it. I mean, they are all over them, coaching them hard, working them hard, and that's, like I talked about with the high expectations, just having coaches that are willing to coach kids hard and have high expectation and do things not just for the basketball program but for the good of the entire school has been a big key here.
Well, we appreciate you letting us be part of all this. This has been a lot of fun. Look forward to working with you when Max comes on the air late April, and we're glad that you welcomed us with open arms with our sportstothemax.net. It's caught fire, and the good news is we're promoting kids without even being on the air yet, and so it's been great. We want to thank you for letting us be part of it. You guys are truly a class act here, and by the way, have probably one of the best damn hospitality places I've ever been part of.
That is
ever.
True. That is true.
Ever. Outstanding.
I'll
guys.
make sure that I tell Joyce Hanselman and Patty Harrell and the basketball moms you said that. They'll appreciate that.
Absolutely amazing.
Can we have turkey next year?
No problem. Whatever you want. You just got to ask
deep
them.
fried.
I just want to say thanks to you guys for coming also and everything you do to promote high school sports. You guys do a wonderful job, and we're glad we were a part of it this week. Thanks for coming these 3 days.
Hey, we'll see you next weekend.
Okay, great. Yeah, you have to come now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was planning on going anyway, so you're stuck with us now, buddy.
Okay,
thanks,
sounds
Coach.
Good. Thank you.
All right, Coach Thomas joining us here. All right, let's take one more break and come back with numbers and wrap it up here, and then we'll call it a weekend. Back after this.
For all your rental needs, Grand Rental Station has what you want. Rent for weddings, parties, and events, contractor equipment, landscaping, do-it-yourself equipment, Penske rental trucks available for moving, and much more. Grand Rental Station is located behind Pilgrim Place Shopping Plaza at 1169 Hoham Drive, or call 574-936-4433 for more details. That's Grand Rental Station in Plymouth at 574-936-4433.
Bigosh and Bigori, it's John O'Liver here, inviting you to the Saving of the Green sale all month. Forget it. If you need anything automotive, from wiper blades to a new F-150, come see us during the Saving of the Green sale throughout the month of March at Oliver Ford. Get a 2014 Fusion Energy Titanium, electric and gas power for only $321 a month. Now that's some green savings. No luck is required to get a great deal during the Saving of the Green sale now through March 31st, only at Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth.
Mark Hayden, Scott Masters, Tony Ross back here at the John R. Nelson Gymnasium as the Culver Cavaliers pick up their third basketball sectional title in the program's history, and the last one was back in 2008. This was a very good ball game. I know Coach Elliott is probably, even though he's a happy camper right now, when he looks back on film and he's going to look at that particular quarter, there's going to have to be some things that get addressed, obviously. But his team still prevailed, and that ends up being the bottom line. Before we get out of here, though, I want to say a special thank you to Coach Snyder and the Argus Dragons. Again, what a class act he truly is. And his assistants and Mr. Stone and Mr. Schaefer, they are truly two tremendous coaches. I mean, even right now, shaking the hands of the Culver players, going over and congratulating them. That's the kind of class operation we're talking about at Argus. And I look forward to working with these school administrations in the next, hopefully forever. It is amazing to see that. It's wonderful to see that. I'm just glad we're going to be able to be a part of that. And I sure do wish Coach Snyder and his 6 seniors that he's going to be losing, unfortunately, the best of luck in their endeavors. It's been a really, really impressive season by his group.
Yeah, Tony, I think what you'll see, too, is it'll sting tonight. It'll sting for a couple weeks, but I'll bet you next weekend there'll be a good bunch of Argus people over at Triton rooting on these Culver Cavaliers, because that's just sort of what you do around here in this area. Once you get knocked out, you don't like it. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but you're all about Northern Indiana basketball and somebody from nearby making that next step and maybe getting down to state and bringing home a state title.
Absolutely, and I know, for one, I'm going to be over at Triton next week, so I'm looking forward to some good basketball. I wish we had some scores from some other sectionals so we knew maybe who Culver was going to match up with. But, no, it's going to be a great time. And, you got to love tournament basketball. But you know what I love more about tournament basketball?
Tournament hospitality rooms?
No, when it's –
I do. And Triton's got a good one, too.
Well, yes, but – when the regional site's only about 25 minutes or 20 miles from where you live, that's pretty good.
That's very good. Yeah, that's very good to say the least.
That's pretty good.
Tony, I know I speak for Scott too. Thank you, man. What an effort you've put in the last 48 hours. You have busted your rear between here, Terre Haute for the OD state championship game, and congratulations to those girls. And then to make it back here on time, and the quality effort and broadcast you just put on, I'm just amazed and proud to be associated with you, buddy.
Well, this is going to be what's coming with Sports to the Max. And with our new radio station, 98.3, we're bringing in the heavy hitters. And because of the efforts you guys put in and the knowledge that you guys bring, we're going to be a standout. We're going to be a standout business, and we're going to put out a great product. And even more importantly, the one common denominator in all three of us is the fact we want to promote kids and what their efforts are. So I have, without any doubt, that this is going to be a successful venture, to say the least. And the good news is we get to extend it one more weekend following this Culver Cavalier team. So I'm very excited about it, and look forward to continuing this. Let's look at some numbers here before we get out of here. For the Argus Dragons, they end up getting, let me change that here real quick, sorry. Looking at it one more time, and you know what? I just messed it all up because I'm good at doing
Culver
that.
won.
Yeah, Culver won.
Well, I can run down the scores while you get that.
You find that up real quick.
Yeah, we'll look for Argus first. Taylor Ogle had 10. They were led by Dominic Cataldo with 17, 9 for Brian Snyder, 7 for Casey Johnson, and 7 for Ben Carter. They scored 7 in the first, 7 in the second, 24 in the third, 13 in the fourth. Total scores now for Culver: 5 for Jordan Sanders, 16 from Everett Kruger, Preston Hansel, 6, 18 for Trent Elliott, 11 for Jakota Anderson. They scored 13, 23, 3, and 17.
So the scoring looks like the shooting percentages look like this. for the Cavaliers, they shot 47% for the night, 18 of 38. They were 6 of 10 from outside the arc, 14 and 8 from the free throw line. You look at the other. Well, Coach Lightfoot is here. How about that? Boy, I'll tell you.
This brings out everybody.
Boy, come here. Grab the microphone, Coach.
Look, I know
listen, are you kidding me? I'm not going to pass up a chance to talk to Coach Lightfoot. What a game.
It was a great game. That third quarter was a pretty amazing
event.
You seen
anything like that? 22 points?
Never like that. You know, I'm sitting up there thinking this game's over, and then, oh, my goodness,
It's a good thing you don't teach that. You don't go through that with your kids at Bethel,
right?
Right?
We've had those days. Hopefully they're on the other side of it.
There have, so.
Yeah, we've had those. But, yeah, it was really a great, it really turned out that last shot right before the end of the third quarter was a difference maker. You don't know it at the time, but, boy, that was huge for them. Settled them down, stopped the bleeding. Got them all under control, and that was a difference.
How are you doing, my friend?
Hey,
You're
we leave
great.
for the national tournament tomorrow.
All
We'll
right.
be going to Branson, Missouri, to play in the NAI national finals. So, we're excited. We think we got the kids that can bring home a banner. So that's, you never know.
Another one.
Yeah, we'll take another one. You got 5 games in 6 days. It's the most grueling championship there is, but. You take them one at a time.
Out of curiosity, how do you do that as a head coach? I mean, first of all, you have to have knowledge of everything. But my gosh, do you even sleep?
No. You don't sleep during this time of year. You just keep moving on. You'll sleep later on, like in May or something like that. But it's just a great atmosphere to have 32 teams all in one spot, playing for a national championship and. Great basketball, so we want to bring something back for Indiana, another national champion.
Well, we know you will, my friend. Great to see you as always.
All right,
best of luck. Coach Lightfoot joining us here real quick. I wanted to let him know real quick. Coach, let me get him real quick. I want to give him my information here real quick.
Self-promotion.
That's right. That's exactly what it's about. Once again, the Cavaliers shoot 47% from the floor, 60% from outside, 77% from the floor. For the Cavaliers, or that was Argus's numbers. For the Cavaliers, just skip to Argus. Let's try this again.
Technology.
I love it.
You gotta love it.
Not. All right, let's go to Argus. All right, they finished shooting 41% on the night. They went 16 of 39, 6 of 11 from outside, and 11 of 19 from the free throw line. Scott ran down the scoring numbers there. But again, this game still number-wise ended up rather close, and really the scoreboard did too, with it only being a 7-point difference.
Yeah, it was a lot closer than I think we all thought it was going to be at half. At half I thought,
it was over.
And
the game was over.
We talked about it. Argus had to come out and play a near perfect third quarter, and they did. They gave up 3 points in that third quarter while scoring 24 on their own, and they turned what was going to be a blowout, and was a blowout to half, into a very exciting, very, very close basketball game.
This was a 2-point game with 1:31 to go. Don't forget that. It was a 2-point game with 1:31 to go, and Culver was just able to scrap out a couple rebounds, and then Trent Elliott was able to knock down some free throws and some shots to gap the game enough where they could hang on. So what a finish. Just an incredible game. One of the better high school games I've seen in a long time, and Culver comes out on top, 56-49.
Indeed, what a game. As the Cavaliers will now travel to Triton for the regionals. We'll be following them, and they'll be playing the morning session, from what I have been told. So
North White.
North White ends up being the one.
I heard North White announced.
All right, so there you go. Boy, look at the emotions over there with Trent and his dad, and tears of joy it looks like right now. And, of course, both looks like both are just very, very glad and exhausted all in once. What a great moment that is over there. How about that?
That's pretty cool.
All right, final score, 56-49. Culver gets the victory. Gentlemen, great job for the sectionals as always.
Yep, thanks a lot. Appreciate working with both of you. You too, Scott.
Thank you.
Dude, you showed up tonight, man. I'm proud of you.
It's always a pleasure, boys. Always a pleasure.
We have a lot of fun.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up here for the John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Again, the final score, Culver beats Argus 56-49. We'll talk to you next weekend from Triton. I'm anxious to get home and go to bed. So, for Scott and Mark, I'm Tony. Thanks for joining us here on sportsofthemax.net. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Pat Small Bar in La Paz, Oliver Ford Lincoln in Plymouth, DC Garage Doors in Plymouth, Swihart Motors in La Paz, College Insurance Agency in Knox and Stitches and Signs in Argus. Coca-Cola Bottling of Plymouth. State Farm Insurance Agent Jude Beam Walkerton. Nishiana Contracting in Plymouth. Patson Associates Real Estate in Coons Lake. Plymouth Ponderosa. Mobile Tech Trailers in Argus. Culver Wings. The Complete Renter in Plymouth. Papa's and Culver. Grand Rental Station in Plymouth. And CenturyLink. So long, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
This has been the Game of the Week on SportsToTheMax.net. SportsToTheMax.net is the official online sports webcast site for the new Max 98.3 FM. Join us again next time for Indiana High School Sports to the Max.